Hello and welcome to the Daily Red, your lunchtime catch-up on all things Liverpool FC and your daily reminder that the Reds are Premier League champions. The Reds are back in action this weekend, playing Burnley, of all fucking teams. Burnley. Scotty Two Coats and his Burnley team. Now, the last time we faced Scott Parker, we whooped the life out of Bournemouth and he got sacked shortly afterwards because he made comments about how it was likely to not be the last time they got heavily beaten. So they sacked him, appointed Gary O'Neill, and stayed up. Burnley, like Bournemouth that season, are strong favourites to not just go down, but finish bottom of the league. It's hard to see how they survive. Like, they didn't have a bad summer. They signed some good players. They signed some very good players, in fact. But you still look at that team. You look at the goalkeeper. You look at the right side centre-back. You look at Kyle Walker. A few other spots, and you think there's definitely weak links there. Esteve is outstanding, the left side centre-back. I think they're going to be really strong in midfield, having added up Ogachukwu and Florentino Luis. And they've got decent wide players, but there's not enough goals in the team, and I just don't think they're going to be able to keep enough clean sheets, which is going to be their mandate. It's how they came up. I mean, they were built entirely on the defence. But I'm going to talk about that in a little while with Carl Matchett on Scouted. So let's get into the news. First things first, yesterday I was talking about Jason McAteer and the Spice Boys and wondering who was responsible for those horrendous white suits. And the Anfield Buzz got in touch with me today on Twitter and said that he heard on a podcast that David James was responsible for them. And that does make sense. David James was working for Armani at the time as a model, because, you know, a man has to have a career, and football wasn't working out all that well for him. So he had to go and model for Armani. And he sorted the suits, and they are an absolute abomination. Everybody's back now from the international break. Lots of players played lots of football. Trainee Oni played a ton at underage level, but still 183 minutes for him. Van Dijk, Florian Wirtz, Dominic Szoboszlai, Cody Gakpo, Andy Robertson, Ibu, Allison, and Georgi Mamardashvili played every minute of both games. Mo Salah came off with 2 minutes to go in the second game. Kirkes played 170, Bradley 166, Rio Engamoga 125 minutes under his belt, so that's good. Wataru Endo played just one game, Alexis McAllister played just one game, Ryan Gravenberch played just one game, and Armin Pesci played just one game. Jayden Danns played 59 minutes. Alexander Isak played 18 minutes. Hugo Ekitike played 10 minutes. And Giovanni Leone didn't play. However, him being with the Italian squad is good for him and for us, because it's development opportunities. And while the Italian national team don't have a Virgil van Dijk, they do have an Alessandro Bastoni, who is an excellent centre-back in his own right, one of the very best in the world. So he will have had a chance to train with him and witness what he does and how he goes about his preparation. And just being involved with the national team can be very beneficial for young players. Liverpool proposed Julian Alvarez exchange when Luis Diaz wanted Manchester City move. That's the latest from Paul Joyce, but of course, we've all known that since Sam Maguire broke that story 6 months ago. Sam Maguire told us this 6 months ago. And Sam let us know that that deal could have happened. But City started moving the goalposts. City wanted Diaz, which is odd. He's a very un-Pep player. But then Pep has signed Doku in recent years. And we thought there might potentially be an exchange to be had because everybody knew Alvarez wanted out of City. Alvarez was very keen on the move to Anfield. But City started to move the goalposts and started to want money on top of Diaz. And at first that was okay. And then, as Sam told us back in March, that price started to ramp up and up. And ultimately, a deal couldn't be found. And he went to Atletico Madrid for 64 million, rising to 81. We have since obviously sold Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich for 65, rising to 70. So it's worked out because we got Hugo and Isak. I would still have preferred to get Alvarez. I think he's just an incredible footballer. But, we haven't done too badly out of it at all. We got rid of a player that we no longer wanted and who hadn't really wanted to be at Liverpool. And we got in two strikers, one of whom is the very best going. And the other is a hugely promising young player who, if he develops and fulfills his potential, could become one of the best players in the world. So, sometimes the path not taken is the right path. Moving on. 5 things Liverpool fans want to see with 6 games in 17 days. It's going to be a busy run for the Reds coming up now. We play Burnley on Sunday. Then it's Atletico Madrid at home in the European Cup on Wednesday. Then it's Everton home. Everton home on Saturday at 12:30. Then it is Southampton at home in the League Cup. Crystal Palace away on Saturday the 27th at 3 p.m. And then Galatasaray away on Tuesday the 30th at 8 p.m. When you start to look at these fixtures, Atleti stand out as the best team by a wide margin, but Atleti have started the season really poorly, and obviously that game being at home is a big boost for us. We should beat Burnley. We should beat Atleti. We should beat Everton. And the thing with Everton this year is they're no longer the team of rocks that we had gotten used to playing against. They're actually a footballing team now. They're more dangerous now. They've got more attacking quality. They play a decent brand of football, and in players like Irigbunam and Dewsbury Hall, that midfield is functioning very well. The question with them always is going to be, do they have enough goals in the team? And right now, I would say probably not to fulfill the potential of what that squad could be. But if one of Beto or Tiano Barry hits a rich vein of form, you never know. Southampton in the Cup we should beat, but it's the least important of these 6 games. Palace away is always tough, so, we'll need to be up for that one. And then Galatasaray away will be difficult. And as those games draw closer, we'll talk about them in more depth.